Hey, college football fans, welcome back to our channel, your go-to source for the latest and wildest stories from the gridiron. Today, we're diving into a topic that's stirring up the college football world like a surprise onside kick. The SEC and Big Ten are gearing up for a major playoff overhaul. That's right. Rumor has it that our beloved college football playoff might soon balloon to 14 or even 16 teams. Grab your helmets, because we're about to break down the play-by-play on this game-changing move. Let's set the scene. Last spring, during some of the most intense, and yes, sometimes heated, negotiations in college football history, leaders from the Big Ten and SEC basically said, either give us a majority of the CFP revenue and complete control over the playoff format, or we'll do our own thing. Fast forward to now, and a memorandum of understanding was signed by the 10 FBS leagues and even Notre Dame. This deal handed the reins of future CFP decisions over to the SEC and Big Ten, two of college football's cash cows. And guess what? They're not planning to sit back and twiddle their thumbs. A bold new playbook. Inside the corridors of power. The momentum is undeniable. The idea on the table? Expanding the playoff to 14 or 16 teams. Now, imagine this. Instead of the current format, we might soon see multiple automatic qualifiers per league. Under one hotly discussed proposal, the SEC and Big Ten could each secure 4 automatic berths. Meanwhile, the ACC and Big 12 might nab 2 apiece, with the highest-ranked group of 5 champion and an at-large spot, yes. Even Notre Dame gets a guaranteed nod if they're ranked in the top 14. Talk about a scheduling buffet. Officials are already tossing around models like a 14-team, 4-4-2-2-1+1 structure, where the top 2 seeds enjoy the luxury of first-round byes, while a 16-team version would keep everyone on their toes with no byes at all. It's like choosing between a power nap and a full-on wake-up call. Now, if you're a stickler for details, here's a quick snapshot. The 14-team model is designed to reflect historical data from the past 11 years of the CFP. The SEC and Big Ten have consistently boasted around 4.7 and 4.6 teams respectively in the top 14 rankings each year. In contrast, the Big 12 and ACC trail behind. And the group of 5? Well, they're looking to punch above their weight. This model seems to be built on a blend of competitive history and revenue-driven power dynamics. Money, power, and a touch of drama. Let's talk turkey, money. That is, the new revenue distribution model from last spring is a real game changer. Under the new deal, the SEC and Big Ten each pocket about 29% of the revenue. Compare that to the ACC's 17.1%, the Big 12's 14.7%, and the tiny slice for Notre Dame and the group of 5. Imagine your favorite snack being split unequally. Those with the biggest bags of chips get way more than the rest. Not exactly fair, right? Well, some conference commissioners aren't thrilled about the lopsided nature of these proposals. ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips insists there must be fairness and real access to the championship. And Big 12's Brett Yormark promises to bring some cold, hard data to the debate. And if that isn't enough to keep the drama rolling, there's the elephant in the room, ESPN. The network shelling out a whopping $1.3 billion a year for the playoff rights from 2026 to 2031 isn't exactly jumping for joy at the thought of a format that might alienate parts of the country. One insider even warned, "You are going to alienate part of the country." Ouch. It's a reminder that even in college football, not everyone gets to call the shots, or, in this case, the extra games. Here's where the plot thickens. The potential playoff expansion isn't happening in a vacuum. In the SEC, talks are swirling about moving from 8 to 9 regular season conference games. A 9th game could open the door for a scheduling agreement with the Big Ten, a cross-conference package that might feature epic matchups like LSU versus Michigan or Texas versus Ohio State. Think of it as the ultimate rivalry remix, one that could secure millions more in TV revenue. These deals could soon rival blockbuster movie sequels, with additional revenue streams lighting up the balance sheets. But wait, there's more. With the new playoff models on the horizon, conference championship weekends might get a total makeover. Picture this. Instead of a single championship game, you could have play-in matchups among lower-seeded teams, adding even more nail-biting drama to the mix. It's like turning your regular Sunday into a festival of football, complete with extra snacks and surprise overtime thrillers. Inside the boardrooms, conversations are heating up. SEC and Big Ten athletic directors are set to meet in New Orleans for the second time in 5 months. With Big 12 and ACC reps also huddling up to discuss the future format. The CFP Management Committee, consisting of the 10 FBS conference commissioners plus Notre Dame's AD, is slated to meet on February 25 in Dallas. This meeting could see the SEC and Big Ten laying out their game plan for a playoff revolution starting in 2026. It's a real-life football strategy session, complete with play diagrams, spirited debates, and maybe even a few colorful analogies about blitzing, the old format. Behind the scenes, the negotiation huddle. For those who love insider stories, here's a peek behind the curtain. The SEC and Big Ten essentially secured full control over future CFP decisions as part of a memorandum of understanding signed last spring. With that power in their hands, they're free to design a playoff format that reflects the realities of today's college football, where 4 power conferences dominate and revenue disparities are as glaring as a bad call on the field. While the memorandum requires meaningful consultation with other conferences, make no mistake, the SEC and Big Ten are in the driver's seat. And they're ready to rev up the engine. Officials from the Group of 5 aren't taking this lying down either. American Athletic Conference Commissioner Tim Pernetti has made it clear that as the CFP evolves, every conference deserves a fair shot at the championship. It's a classic David versus Goliath scenario, with smaller conferences fighting for expanded access in a system that increasingly favors the big players. And then there's the question of seeding. One proposed 14-team model has the top 2 seeds earning a first-round bye, while a 16-team version would eliminate byes altogether. CFP insiders hint that in these new models, the selection committee's role could be drastically reduced, seeding teams almost directly based on their rankings. Imagine a world where every team's fate is sealed by its position on the top 25 list. Talk about leaving no room for those miracle underdog stories. What's at stake and what's next? So, what's the bottom line in all this football drama? For starters, the SEC and Big Ten are not just fighting for playoff spots, they're fighting for control, revenue, and the future structure of college football. Their vision could lead to a playoff that not only includes more teams but also redefines what it means to compete for the national championship. It's a move that could fundamentally alter scheduling, revenue sharing, and even the day-to-day operations of power conferences. Final decisions on these proposals are expected in the coming weeks. And while change for the 2025 playoff format is unlikely, starting in 2026 we could see this new model take shape. As the CFP Management Committee, ESPN executives, and athletic directors huddle up in the coming months, one thing is clear: college football is on the verge of a major transformation. So, what do you think about the potential expansion of the college football playoff? Are you ready for more teams, more games, and more drama on the field? Let us know in the comments below. Your opinions might just spark the next big debate. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the CFP's possible future, hit that like button, subscribe for more insider analysis, and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Thanks for tuning into our channel, where every pass, every tackle, and every strategic move in college football is analyzed with a little extra humor and a whole lot of passion. Until next time, keep your eye on the ball and your spirit high. There you have it, a comprehensive, SEO-optimized breakdown of the SEC and Big Ten's bold move to reshape the college football playoff. Enjoy the video, and let's watch history unfold on the gridiron.